You are a natural healer to many people. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are a natural healer to many people. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I have the gift of healing. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I have the gift of healing. Now, it does not mean that you are held accountable for every single broken person that you encounter. It does not mean that you are held accountable for every hurt person that you meet. It does not even mean that you are fully healed just because you have the gift of healing. Yeah, you can be a sick doctor. Let me say that once again, y'all. You can be a sick doctor. See, on the inside of you is what's going to come and flow on the outside of you. And just because you haven't reached the ending of your healing process or journey, it does not mean that you can't help somebody else with theirs. Okay? And so, speaking to the point of not being responsible for those who are broken, being responsible for those who are hurt, it just simply means that you got to know when and how to manage your gift. Because some people will pull from you, take from you, drain you, and use you. All right? And a lot of times, y'all, we are not even aware that certain people are doing these things because in the midst of it, we may enjoy it. In the midst of it, it may make us feel whole. In the midst of it, it may make us feel like we're doing a good deed. How many of us, I know me, y'all, how many of us love and like to give more than they receive? That's me. Right? If this is you, drop in the comments and say, I give more than I receive. I'm the type of person, y'all, where I love to give way more than I receive. I get a high off of it. It makes me feel good. I feel a sense of joy. I get happiness from helping other people, buying a homeless man a cheeseburger, helping somebody else with giving them some money to buy clothes, or buying a gift for my siblings or my nieces, right? Makes sense to what I'm saying, y'all? So this is the trait that you have when you are a natural healer. But you have to be mindful and become self-aware when people are starting to take advantage, or when people are starting to use you, or when people are starting to unappreciate the gift that you possess. But this is the reason why they called you in the first place. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you called me for a reason. Yeah, they called you for your healing. They called you for your help. They called you for that medicine that you possess, right? I say this all the time. You are the Benadryl to somebody's headache. You are the Pepto-Bismol to somebody's stomach ache. What you have in the voice that you possess, in the way that you can articulate it, helps and heals a lot of people. Even if they don't tell you and won't tell you, I'm telling you, you have the gift of healing. Keep this in mind, y'all. I gotta say this once again. Just because you have the gift of healing, it does not mean that you are fully healed. But what's on the inside of you is going to flow on the outside of you. And you're still going to be able to help somebody on their healing process and journey. In other words, y'all, don't stop doing the self-work on you, personal development and self-improvement, just because you have become aware of you being gifted, right? But with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into this. I hate to get into a long intro, y'all, but I kind of felt like that was necessary, right? A lot of times, y'all, we don't realize that we are natural healers, and this is why we are attracting broken people. This is why we are attracting people who are hurt. This is why we are attracting people who are looking for solutions to their problems. Well, listen, y'all, I'm telling you right now today, you should never be the same, but you are a natural healer. And this is why you have to protect your gift. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Protect your gift. But let's get right into it, y'all. First thing first, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. And secondly, y'all be sure to share this video, all right? Because somebody gonna need this, I'm telling you. Be sure to share this video and watch it to the very end. But let's get right directly into this video. Number one, y'all, is going to be this right here. Your counsel, advice, or wisdom is sought. All right, let me say it loud to y'all for my chosen ones in the back. Your counsel, advice, or wisdom is sought. All right. See, what that means is, y'all, a lot of people that you meet are looking to be fixed. A lot of people that you meet are going to be able to bond with you because the words that you give them, the wisdom and the knowledge that you share to them. And even if they are miles and miles away, it won't stop them from calling you. They want your counsel. They want your advice. They want your wisdom. Okay? It does not matter if they have just met you. If they can sense and feel that, oh, hold on, this person right here may get me. This person right here may understand me. This person right here has a natural sense of understanding and a sense of feeling like I get better just being around them. People can sense that. Just like they can sense bad energy, they can sense good energy, okay? And so you got to understand that a lot of people are going to seek your advice, your counsel, and your wisdom. You know, y'all, I don't like making every single video or every single situation spiritual when it simply does not even have to be that, right? Y'all know I'm a believer for sure of the Most High. I'm a believer of Jesus Christ. Y'all already know this, okay? However, I'm also spiritual, but I try not to make it that every single time because some stuff don't have nothing to do with nothing. But let me just say this right here, y'all. Jesus is a great example of this, okay? Once again, Jesus is a great example of this. And the reason why I say this is because when people died, who did they come looking to heal them? Jesus. When a man was blind, who did they come looking to give them sight again? Jesus. All right. When they wanted to raise the dead, resurrect, whatever the case is, y'all, they came looking for Jesus. When the lady was dying of a sickness, who garment did she touch? Jesus. And so what I'm trying to get y'all to realize is that when you are a natural healer, people are going to come looking for you. It operates the same way, y'all, even as something simple as a dentist. Yeah. When your teeth get to hurting, you got a cavity, you can't get that plaque off, teeth looking yellow, you got a teeth ache or toothache, whatever the case is, who are you going to call? The dentist. You're seeking their counsel. You're seeking their advice. You're seeking their wisdom. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? That is the gift of healing. But going right back to it, y'all, when I said that just because you are a person who have the gift of healing does not mean that you're fully healed. Guess what? A dentist can have a cavity. Make sense, y'all? A dentist can have a cavity. Now, I'm sure they're going to be educated on how to get that fixed or they got to go through a process. But what I'm saying is just because you have the gift of healing, it does not mean or make you fully healed on your healing process or journey. That makes sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But number 2 is going to be this right here, y'all. That you are highly sensitive to energy, okay? You are highly sensitive to energy. In other words, y'all, you feel other people's problems and emotions and physical ailments. Is it elements or ailments? I think it's ailments, y'all. Ailments as your own, okay? Let me say that once again. It was a bit choppy. You feel other people's emotions and physical ailments as your own. And so this is the way of an empath. By the way, y'all, for those who don't know, but I am an empath. If you're watching this video, chances are you are an empath. Empath only and simply absorb the emotions of other people. So most times empaths are very positive, but let's just say they have negative people coming inside their circle. They got abusers and users coming inside their home. They have demonic forces and demonic spirits in their home. They're going to be able to feel all of that. And the worst part about it all, they're going to absorb those emotions. They don't become it, but they highly sense it, and it makes them feel a certain way. An empath operates just like that. You feel everybody's emotion, and oftentimes you take it on the chin, you carry it on your back, and you embody those emotions. You are a very highly sensitive individual when it comes to certain energy. So you got to be careful because you have that gift of natural healing. It's like you're always looking to fix something. You're always looking to or sensing that someone needs help or something like that. You know, y'all, when I was Uber driving, that was some of the most therapeutic times that I had, because I had conversations with people who was able to pour into me, and I've had conversations with people who I was pouring into as well. And so one thing that I noticed is that it was this person just, who had got in my car. I can't remember if it was a woman or male, right? But they were battling a disease, cancer. I believe so. It was cancer, leukemia, something like that. But they was battling a disease, and I just sensed it. I didn't know if it was a disease, literally, but I just knew something was wrong. And as I began to have a conversation and talk to this person, they, the blue came out and said, "Yeah, I'm going through it right now. I'm battling this particular disease." And so I say all that to say this, y'all. When you are a natural healer, you're naturally looking for things to heal. And just the words that I poured into that individual, it made them, or I ain't gonna say made, but it contributed to them having a better day. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? And you have this same gift. Maybe a person is going through it at home, right? Family issues, spousal issues, right? Maybe it's a job. You can sense when a person they're having issues. You can sense it. And what do you do as a natural healer? You just talk to people. "Hey, how you doing? You doing all right today?" Just asking a person how they feel can take a person a long way. And before you know it, splat out. They let it all out. They let you know that, man, I'm battling this. I'm going through this. My bills are due. I'm trying to figure it out. And it's not to say that you're responsible to fix any of that, or even responsible to be aware of any of that. But what I'm saying is with the gift that you have, you're going to find yourself being around a lot of that, especially when you begin to operate in your gift, even when you're not trying to. It just kind of becomes something you naturally attract. It just is what it is, right? But number 3, it's going to be this right here, y'all. Animals and children gravitate towards you. Animals and children gravitate towards you. People, I'm going to say it straight up like this, y'all. Pay attention to the people who you bring around your kids, and your kids are tugging away. This ain't got nothing to do with they being brats, they being nasty, they being ratchet, they acting like baby's kids. Sometimes, y'all, it don't got nothing to do with being baby's kids. This child feel that energy. This child can sense that they're not good for you, let alone them. This child probably starts crying every time they see this human being, or even feel that this human being is around the way. Now, I want to say this, y'all. There are times and cases where if a child naturally spends more time with one adult than the other one, or one parent than the other one, then typically that may happen. But I'm talking about a every time situation. I'm talking about, this is not obviously they've been spending more time over here. Then when they go over here, then obviously I'm going to see that there's going to be a change in their emotional fluctuation or how they feel. I'm not talking about that, y'all. I'm talking about when it comes to a child coming around this person for the first time, and the last 10 times, it is the same thing. Nothing changes. If this happens, y'all, chances are this person is bad for them or for you. But with yourself, it does not happen. Kids naturally gravitate towards you. They naturally want to be your friend. They naturally want to play with you. You can't get these kids off of you. If you're that person, chances are you are a natural healer. All right? Same things with animal. The same thing with animal goes, y'all. I don't care if it's a dog, a giraffe. It could be anything. All right? If y'all watch the movie Evan Almighty, all the animals followed him, right? That movie was basically emulating Noah. Think about Noah, right? A Bible prophet. Noah was in the Bible. All the animals gravitated towards him because he had a biblical divine assignment, which was to save the righteous of humanity and all the animals. The righteous of humanity and all the animals, right? It was entitled Noah's Ark. But all the animals attracted to Noah. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? It's spiritual within that situation overall. It's spirituality in that situation. So a person who have animals and children to gravitate towards them without forcing a connection, without trying to be something they're not, without making them doing something, and of course, y'all, without bribing a person or bribing that animal. I got a dog and treat. I got some money for you if you come over here. No, they're naturally doing it. Chances are that person is a natural healer. All right. Number 4 is gonna be this right here, family. You are a peacemaker. You are a peacemaker. Okay, peacemaker have these 4 elements to themselves, right? Number 1, they are the ones who mediate conflict, right? They are the ones who get in the middle and say, hey, bro, you was wrong, chill. Hey, sis, you was wrong, chill. Or, hey, how can we come together? Let him talk before you speak. Let her speak before you speak. Or let him, whomever. What I'm saying is they mediate a situation and they do a great job at it. That's a peacemaker. They have this next element to them by being a voice of reason. Being a voice of reason. So most times, y'all, when people are getting in an argument or when they're in confrontation, both parties are not listening, right? So that's why it's good to have a counselor or a therapist, because the therapist or the counselor sit in the middle while this person speak, that person speak, and if either one of them get out of line, what they say, hey, let him speak, no, let him speak, or hey, let her speak, no, let her speak, right? So what happens is, y'all, is that they become a voice of reason. That makes them a peacemaker. Another element to them is they are the ones who build relationships, right? This is the people's person. This is the one who's able to connect with almost anybody. They meet no strangers. They can go to Argentina, and make a friend, or they can go all the way to Thailand and make a friend, all right? And outside of what the people are on or their intentions, it's just natural for them to be able to build a relationship easily. No matter what a person's intentions is or what they are planning to do, this person just naturally have the ability to build relationships. Guess what? Peacemaker. They're not about divide and conquer. We don't mess with them over there. That's not what it's about with a real peacemaker. And the last element to a peacemaker is they practice empathy and forgiving, right? They practice empathy and forgiving. When peacemakers are in a building, in a room, whatever, around other people, they are the ones who make you think of it in a different way. They are the ones who say, you know what, I can understand where you come from. I may not agree with it, but I can at least understand it. I may not agree with it, but I can at least have empathy for you, right? And so with that being said, I'm not so quick to give up. That's a peacemaker. And that's why it heals. Peace heals. When you are able to take a chaotic situation and turn it into a peaceful situation, you powerful. You powerful. Whoever was able to bring the Bloods and the Crips together, right, was a true healer. Whoever was able to bring countries together was a true healer. Whoever was able to bring a marriage, right? A male and female spouses who were once together but no longer are because of whatever their differences are, right? Whoever was able to bring them together and have them to forgive and have empathy for one another was a true healer. What I'm saying is, y'all, it's going to always be power in a person who is able to take a chaotic situation and transform it into a peaceful situation. That is what you call a true peacemaker, all right? And also, this is the characteristic of a natural healer, right? But number 5, y'all, it's going to be this right here. You oftentimes feel drained. Yeah, y'all, this is going to be the last one right here. You oftentimes feel drained. How many people feel drained after being around a lot of people, being on the phone, just pointing to people? Sometimes it's not even about you saying anything. It's just the fact that you are around people who probably have toxic situations going on, or maybe they have a lot of things on their mind, and you can just sense it. You can just feel it. It's going to drain you. Don't worry, y'all. Check this out for a second. Every time you heal, something is being pulled out of you, right? Let me say that once again, y'all. Every time you heal, something's being pulled out of you. So it's almost like an electronic device, right? With a cell phone, you can use it all day, no doubt. But at some point, you got to put that thing back on the charger. Okay, you can use a tablet, a laptop all day, no doubt. But at some point, you got to put that thing back on the charger. Brenda, what are you saying right now? A phone, a person, an animal, I don't care who it is, y'all, or what it is, will feel drained if they're constantly and consistently healing, 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 yet they're number one still doing healing in on their healing process for them. Also, they have yet to have anyone else to reciprocate that energy and pour into them, right? They're going to have to go off somewhere and recharge. I don't care if that's jogging. I don't care if that's exercise in the gym. I don't care if that's reading a book or even just getting distant and spacious, right? Or becoming or creating space in between whatever it is. They're going to have to recharge, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I got to recharge. Sometimes you have to recharge. And so when you have a natural gift of healing, if you don't recharge, you're going to oftentimes feel drained, all right? You already feel emotions. You already take on other people's problems. You're already trying to figure out some type of solution to a problem. You're already trying to help somebody in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay? And let alone if they're not even being appreciative or even recognizing it. So the point is, y'all, you are a natural healer. Understand that. Drop that down below in the comments too, y'all. I'm a natural healer, all right? But with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and conclude this video. Once again, I hope y'all are having an amazing day, y'all, because your boy had a marvelous one, y'all. Let's go ahead and conclude this, and we'll get up out of here. So, number one, y'all, as a recap, how you know you are a natural healer is when people are seeking your counsel, advice, or wisdom, right? Your counsel, advice, or wisdom is sought. Number two, you're highly sensitive to energy. Number three, animals and children gravitate towards you. Number four, you are a peacemaker. And number five, you oftentimes feel drained, all right? With that being said, family, y'all already know how we do. Make sure you go over to the Rich Mentality Academy, join the membership, go meet your tribe. Y'all be sure to book a one-on-one session with your boy. If you would like to talk to me about any situation, y'all, I'm here to speak with you about it. Be sure to check out any one of my books. And, of course, y'all go get you a Yes Sir t-shirt. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.